Professor Chris Whitty is going to get a knighthood despite misleading data, misleading guidance, and mistakes. Not really sure what's going on right now at this point, because people have jobs. People get paid to have jobs. They do their roles. And of course, in this country, if you go beyond your duty and you do something special, you get awarded. You get honored. That's the whole point of the honor system. Sometimes it goes too far. Sometimes it's about publicity and being a celebrity. Now, Chris Whitty is one of them. Chris Whitty, as the chief medical officer of this country, who's been doing his job, and there were many before him doing similar sort of jobs at the top of the government, every day, quietly, being invisible, like other bureaucrats, and some probably did even more brilliant jobs in terms of the tasks and the missions that they had on the operations. But somehow, this article that came out earlier about yesterday about how Chris Whitty is going to get a knighthood. Now, in terms of public servants and civil servants, despite, I'm not going to get into the whole debate of lockdown and everything's been happening, and of course we all have our views. I've been criticizing the government over misleading data and all the lies. But overall, let's just say some people work hard. Chris Whitty works hard. He's a hard worker, right? Sure. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Becomes a celebrity, overnight, TV star. Now he's going to get a knighthood. If he were still invisible, do you think he was going to get a knighthood? No. The issue I have is that, of course, as I said, if you're a hard-working person, you do something extra, you work harder than before on some sort of mission, yeah, we have an honor system. But that means you have to be competent. Not when you make mistakes, not when you deliberately, let's just say, or unintentionally, I don't want to get into slander or libel, then you're not perfect at your job. If you decide to make U-turns, not because the situation changed, but because you kept making mistakes, you have not done your job in a competent way. It's like a whole debate around bankers and getting bankers bonuses, even when they fail. That was a big scandal in the 2000s and in the 90s. Why is it? Of course, as a banker does a great job and extra work and makes a lot of profit, then you'll be rewarded with a bonus. Not when you failed, but that's what was happening in the banking industry. Now it's happening here. The issue we have with this is that it's not just the knighthood for a TV celebrity now at this point. It's also the others who are going to be rewarded for mistakes, let's just say. Sir Patrick Vallance is going to get an upgrade, whatever that means, promotion or something. The chief scientific officer, the same person, or the advisor, the same person who came out last September, told us on TV, brought us new graphs and new data predicting the future, saying that the new cases by Christmas 2020 last year is going to go so up. His data outperformed Neil Ferguson's predictions and the models that he was always wrong about. He's also going to get an upgrade. On what basis? Why is it that we're just rewarding failure? Do not reward failure. There is a problem. And also we know that there's stories around people like Patrick Vallance and their connections to certain companies. There's certain shares that they get, certain interest. And of course, there's a conflict of interest, which nobody's talking about, which is fascinating. Certain pharmaceutical companies and health areas. But put that aside, I'm just focusing on lack of competence. Why would you reward failure? This is going to be a big focus, especially on today's show. We're going to give you more updates throughout the whole day on various problems that we're currently facing in government and across the mainstream media. Despite the fact that it's just after Boxing Day, you would think that you will have a slow news day, nothing's going to be happening. But this is actually an interesting and special year. So stay tuned, we're going to give you more updates throughout the whole evening. I'm Tousi and we are the media.